Iceland. The store, not the country. So I'm out and about again. I'm going to Iceland. So there is a store in Ireland. I think it started in the UK. And there are also stores in Spain as well, maybe other places. Iceland, they specialise in frozen food. I think targeting families. They use the extra large family packs of things, and my understanding is they are very inexpensive as well. So so I'm going to go and have a look. A couple of things on the list, but they are meant to be very good for families. That's pretty much all there is to say about Iceland, really. They'd been in Ireland before, and then they disappeared for a while. Then they came back. I often wondered actually if there was a link to Iceland, the country. I think Iceland, the country, is way more interesting. I do wonder if it's only called Iceland because it's frozen food, and that'd be pretty rubbish, wouldn't it? If that's the only reason they came up with the name Iceland, because it's frozen food. Interesting thing about Iceland, try not to get too Iceland, the country. Try not to get too political for one moment. When all the bankers and the crash occurred a decade ago now, I suppose, Iceland was one of the few countries to actually prosecute the bankers and put them in jail, which I thought was the appropriate course of action. In Ireland, though, we did something completely different. We basically took, I suppose under duress, every person in Ireland, it cost €8,000 each to bail out the bankers, to save Ireland from financial catastrophe. And it's sort of it's a sad fact of life. The bankers can pretty much do what they want and get away with it. There was a big bank, Anglo-Irish bank, that collapsed around at that time, and I do believe that one or two of the senior people have been prosecuted. Have they gone to jail? Well, there wasn't a big deal of it if they had, and the cases were complicated and they had fancy lawyers, so I'd say they did go to jail. Maybe one of them did. I'm not going to Google it, I can't be bothered. But it would be an open prison, wouldn't it? It'd be like, there'd be no locks on the doors, and you could leave whenever you want. Geez, you don't have to spend the weekend in prison. Yeah, go home, go and walk away and enjoy yourself, and come back on Monday. No rush, whenever you can make it. And then, you'd be watching television, playing pool, and generally enjoying yourself. It'd be a bit like a hotel, I suppose. And all the food would be included, your accommodation. They'd probably even give you a little financial allowance, so you can buy stuff. And they wouldn't tag you or anything. And you know what? If you just feel like it, you want to go for a stroll down the road, go into town, come back, go on, it's fine. This is an open prison, isn't it? I mean, it's not really even prison, is it? I've stayed in worse hotels.